A new Star Trek movie dropped on Paramount Plus. Here are my thoughts. I don't consider myself a Trekkie. My only experience with the world of Star Trek was the Chris Pine movies and Wrath of Khan. My first time watching all the Trek movies was over these last couple of weeks, so I could do a ranking. So I don't know how diehard Trekkie loyalists are going to feel about this movie, but as for me, I found it quite fun. It had a very different flavor than the other Star Trek films, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The films based on Next Generation had a different style than the ones based on the original series. The Chris Pine movies were very different from all of those, so I didn't mind it too much. Some people may not like that the soundtrack consists of pop rock music, but if you remember, the Chris Pine ones had Beastie Boys in the soundtrack, so it didn't feel that out of place to me. This is a Trek film that stands on its own and doesn't expect you to have any prior knowledge of anything, similar to how Moon Knight was a pretty good standalone MCU project, and how the first season of Mandalorian was pretty standalone. Michelle Yeoh does a great job in this film. The tone is basically Suicide Squad meets Guardians of the Galaxy, and as with those films, I enjoyed this one as well. Now, there are some pacing issues, particularly with how the film feels somewhat episodic, like this was originally supposed to be a series that they changed to a movie at the last second. The actor who plays the villain can also overact a bit at times, and the humor in the movie also feels a bit forced, and for me, it didn't work. And the dialogue that was supposed to be humorous fell really flat. But what the film does well is its slick action sequences and editing. If you're not a Trekkie and are just looking for a fun sci-fi action film, this is for you, but I can see why Trekkie loyalists may not enjoy it. Basically, if you saw the trailer and thought, for me, this isn't going to surprise you, but if you saw the trailer and thought, yeah, that looks fun, it's worth checking out. Before I give you my score, let me know your thoughts on the movie and also that point of reference. Are you a diehard Trekkie or are you more casual like me? Overall, it's a B plus, 8 out of 10, 3.5 out of 5 stars, and it's worth streaming. Come back later this week. I'll be doing a ranking of all the Star Trek movies, first time watching for most of them, which should be fun. If you liked what you see and you want more reviews, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.